Thank you so much, Craig. So, my thank you is kind of going down there. Sorry, Craig, we actually mean it goes up. Thank you, Craig. All right, our last real presenter for tonight is somebody who, people who were here last time may remember as one of the MCs. What you all really remember is if he's talking to you about the stuff he dabbles in, you know, he dabbles in everything, but he's a writer and a designer and things like that. But the whole time he's talking, you're just looking at him going, it's the beard. You know, all you think is the beard. And so I have a special kinship with him in a much more wussy third grader sort of way. But I'd like to welcome up David Foster and the beard.
Dan, thank you very much for that introduction. Not everybody can have a beard quite like this, but you know, if you keep trying, maybe someday you can aspire to this. I'm sober. A little bit? Alright. Alright, just a second. Let me grab my pussy water here. Alright, let's go. Alright, I am not Brian Wilson, though I have stolen his beard. And having a beard like this means that it sort of defines you. Even though I'd like to think that it doesn't, every time somebody sees me, all they see is a beard. Shit, 20 seconds is kind of a long time. Alright, No Shave November. How did I get this beard? It was because I was challenged by a friend in 2009 to a No Shave November. So we were going to unite together on one common cause, and he chickened out after 2 weeks so that his girlfriend would start making out with him again. But 3 years later on, I still have the beard, my wife hates it. The object of ridicule. When I was in elementary school, probably like 5th grade, so maybe junior high school, 6th grade, I was made fun of on the bus one day by an older kid because I had hairy legs. Obviously, I've come to terms with my hairiness and I began to embrace it. And I would encourage more people to do that. I believe that women love beards. Right? The issue is they don't want to touch the beard, they don't want to be touched by the beard, and they don't want any part of their body to make contact with the beard. But they love the overt demonstration of testosterone that is the beard. The problem is that men love beards more. I cannot tell you how many times I've been stopped on the street by a man who wants to talk about my beard. It's slightly disturbing, particularly going through airport security and patting you down. It makes you slightly uncomfortable. Alright, beard buddies. These are the guys who stop you on the street and they want to talk about their beard because you have a beard. You have an instant kinship because you have facial hair. They want to trade tips and tricks and everything it takes to growing a beard. They're a little scary. Beard curious. These are the men who can't have beards for one reason or another, but they want to live vicariously through yours. So they want to know, what is it like to have one? What is it like to have to take care of one? And they just bombard you with just tons of questions. Now, people assume that having a beard is because you're lazy. And a lot of beards do start this way. You don't want to shave for a weekend. But a beard is not lazy. There is still a fair amount of shaving that has to happen. There's still some trimming that goes on in order to have, you know, a somewhat presentable beard. And this is a good demonstration of that. I mean, that man does not wake up every morning looking like that. He spends more time than his wife and his friends' wives put together, you know, making his beard look that way. Even the guy in the corner with the bushy beard, there's a bit of effort that goes into that. People don't really appreciate it. They should. Now, if you're going to grow a beard, you have to figure out where you're going to fall on the beard scale. Is it a fashion accessory or are you nearly homeless? I like to think that I'm in the middle, but honestly, if you look at me, I probably skew toward nearly homeless. My wife will tell you I'm definitely nearly homeless. Okay, this is a beer break. I was supposed to be drinking beer, and this is supposed to be a time where I could just sort of catch my breath. So bear with me. It's just water. Please don't judge me. No, it's not a beard break, it's a beer break. Or water break. Alright, something to hide. People assume that if you have a beard that you're trying to hide something. Either it's a double chin, or it's no chin, or you have some sort of... I don't know what she's trying to hide, but I'm assuming that it's probably particularly grotesque. Right? People ask, do you shampoo your beard? I ask, do you shampoo your pubes? Of course you do. Now, you may not do it every day, but once a week, you certainly need to suds it up and clean it up a little bit. So if you're going to have a beard, yeah, you got to go and you got to wash it at some point. Does it itch? Yes, it fucking itches. Until you reach what I call beard nirvana. That's where it grows long enough where it gets kind of soft, and then it stops itching. After 2 years, I can tell you it probably took a year and a half to reach that point. You just have to bear with it. Does food get stuck in your beard? Yes. And while trying to find an image to support this slide, I discovered there's a whole internet phenomenon. And I'm putting food on people's faces. And yes, that is Kevin Bacon with a bacon beard. Who knew? I saw Paris Hilton. She had an asparagus beard. It was kind of hot. A beard is a sort of protection between you and Mother Nature, because she can be pretty harsh. You know, the hot noonday sun, you don't get sunburned, but unfortunately when you go out in the winter, mine doesn't look like this. It usually has yellow icicles hanging down from the nostrils. It's pretty gross, but I tell you, the dog loves it. How do you grow a beard that's as luscious and beautiful as this? It's the 48-hour rule. If you want to shave it, you have to wait 48 hours before you actually do it. Obviously, I've not gone 48 hours without loving the shit out of this thing. So I've never shaved it. So that's how you get it to this, like, oh, she's back again. So I believe that anybody can grow a beard. My grandmother has a pretty mean mustache. If she just waited long enough, she could have a beard. All you have to do is have the patience and the tenacity, and probably spread a little fertilizer or mayonnaise on it to help, you know, keep it luscious. But you can do it. Unless you're this guy. Unless you're Chris. Chris is a good friend of mine. He's been trying his whole life to grow a beard. He can't do it. And you can see he's trying. I think it might just be some chocolate pudding that's on his head. If he scrubbed too hard, it would be gone. So good luck with whatever it is you're trying to do. Alright, so this is the last slide. I just wanted to raise a toast to every man in the room who is follically fantastic and has some facial hair. Love yourself for who you are and never change. Thank you very much.
So David was in Japan for a month recently, and I called him, or maybe it was kind of a mean-sounding email I sent him yesterday that said, "Are you still doing the PechaKucha presentation?" And he said, "Of course." And you could tell by where the microphone is, so that you could look at the screen.
Rob, those are trade secrets. You don't give that away.
And the fact that Chris White's wearing the same shirt.
That was taken today.
That is pure talent. If you can do that, if you can put together something like that quick, that is pure talent. You got the beard for it. So thank you, David. Very, very well done.